اللهم صل وسلم على بارك محمد اللهم ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي امري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي سبحانك لا علم لنا الا ما علمتنا انك انت العليم الحكيم. Amma ba'd. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran, Subhanalladhi asra bi abdihi laylan min al-masjid al-haram ila al-masjid al-aqsa alladhi barakna hawlah linuriyahu min ayatina innahu huwa as-sami'ul basir. My respected brothers and my sisters in Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created some of the places which has nothing but the enjoyment, but the peace, no sorrow, no huzn, no difficulty, and that is the place. And every day, every moment, those enjoyments will be increasing, and that you and me know is the Jannah, is the paradise. Another place Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created that over there is nothing but the torture and the punishment and the huzn and everything and the griefs and crying and sorrows. And we all know there is the hellfire, the Jahannam. Another place Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created which has the combination of both. Sometimes happiness, sometimes sorrows, sometimes grief, sometimes normal. Sometimes a person is healthy, sometimes not. Sometimes this problem, sometimes that problem. And you see ups and downs, struggle. And that is the place, this dunya. So how, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is taking care for all of us in this life. It is nothing but a test. It is nothing. But as a believer, you see, one believer, in a normal life, he goes through lots of ups and downs in his life. And you and me, you see, we are seeing for the last, couple of weeks, the entire ummah is going through a great difficulty, great hardship, and sorrows and griefs. And you see, our hearts, are crying. Our hearts are bleeding. What's happening in Palestine. So, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you see how to deal with this situation. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned in the Quran and the seerah of Nabi Karim sallallahu alaihi wasallam that in his life, so many things happen. In his life, so many things happen. And as a believer, how should we follow his way so that we know what to do, what not to do. So my respected brother, in his lifetime, Nabi Karim sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we know every day you see Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam is going out to call the people towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He has a difficult time. He has a very hard time. You see, the first 13 years of Makkah is nothing but a big, problem. Every day a problem. So as a believer, it's nothing, but it strengthens our iman because we are so far away from that, age, from that area. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling to you and me that what happened at the time of the Badr. But the believers are really weak. The believers, they don't even have come out to fight with them. So they are, normal people like you and me, unprepared. So 313 people with only a couple of horses and a couple of, camels with them. And 4 swords, and that's it. None of them has the armored dress. And many of them, they don't even have the proper shoes. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, give the victory to the believers. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shows. And over there are 1,000 people. And here, the Sahaba Karam, majority of them hungry. And over there, they are coming from Makkah to Medina to meeting at the Badr. So, every day they are slaughtering 8 to 10 camels to feed the people, to feed to enjoy. And they are, so much over there for the armed and ammunition and everything. And here, they have nothing. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them the victory. You see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them the victory. Allah ta'ala is showing that if Allah's help is there, see, these things doesn't matter at all. So my respected brother, it is said that 70 of the big, you see, leader in the battle of Badr, they were killed from the Quraysh. However, the things changed in the next year. In the battle of Uhud, the things changed. What happened? Now the army over there is, you see, 3 times more than they have before. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam appointed about 50 archers to one place, that do not leave this place unless and until I will tell you to come out of that place. And Mus'ab bin Umair Raziallahu Ta'ala is holding the flag of the Islam, and the 50 people over there, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam put the archers because he was thinking that the army may attack from there. And that's exactly what happened. So those people, you see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala show them, the believers, the victory in the beginning. So those people who were guarding that spot over there at the Uhud, they thought the battle is over. The enemy is running away. So they left that place, and there you see they come to collect the mal ghanima, the booty. And you see the Amir of that, you see, of the 50 people is telling them, do not go. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has instructed us, wait for my, you see, call to you, otherwise stay there. And 38 people left. 38 people left, only 12 was there. And eventually those 12 were killed. They become shaheed. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is teaching to you and me one thing. That you see, Prophet of Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is there. Sahaba Karams are there. And when we did not, you see, follow the instruction of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, so this what happened. Now this time, 70 of the Sahaba Karam are martyred, are killed. You see, we cannot call them they killed. They are shaheed, alhamdulillah. But this is what the loss they have to go through it. You see, for this dunya. So we can see. So my respected brother, it is said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Tilkal ayyamu nudawiluha bainan nas. You see, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us, وَأَنْتُمُ الْعَلَوْنَ إِن كُنْتُمْ مُؤْمِنِينَ. You will be having all the time upper hand as long as you are one condition. You are mu'minin. You are mu'min. So my respected brother, the thing is, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam struggled, as I said, day and night. It is said that one time Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Jafar bin Abdullah Raziallahu Ta'ala mentioned this hadith. The Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in Mecca is giving invitation to the people, lot of crowd around him. So Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is telling, Qulu la ilaha illallah tuflihun. And you see somebody, you see throw the handful of mud on him, handful of dirt on him. Somebody spit on his feet, and somebody cursed him, somebody yelled at him. You see, so Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is ridiculed here. You see, the people are laughing over him. And it is said that the day passes by till the sun has become like the midday. So one girl, young girl, come from there, and you see she has a ball of water on her hand. She's trying to remove the dust from Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's face and trying to clean his face. And you see, this is her Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's daughter, Zainab Raziallahu Ta'ala anha. So it is said that Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is going through all that. One time Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is praying in the haram. One time Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is praying in the haram, and Abu Jahl and Sheba and Utbah, and you see there you see Abu Muhit, Umayyah bin Umid, you see they are sitting over there, 7 of them over there. So Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is making the long sujood. Abu Jahl asks them, you see, who will go to such and such place? The people have killed the animals. They have killed the animals and bring the stomach of that one of the animal, and let's put on Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, you see, shoulders when he's in the sujood. And that's what they did. That's what they did. You see, Abi bin Umit, he said, I will go. So he went over there, he loaded that, you see, the big stomach of the camel, and when Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is in the sujood, so he put all the stomach on the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's shoulder. You can imagine how much filth over there and how much heavy it is. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, they're making fun of it. And they're laughing at that what we have done over there. My respected brother, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is teaching to you and me that we believers should understand how the deen has come to us. how the deen has come to us. It is said that the news spread in Mecca at that time, the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is tortured like that. And Fatima Raziallahu Ta'ala comes, she removed the stomach from Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's shoulder. And you see, clean up Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam start walking back to his home. On the way, Abu al-Jantari, he met Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and said, "O Prophet of Allah, there you look very sad. What happened?" Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam kept quiet. But he insisted that he should be told. Then Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told him what has happened. And he said, "Come back with me." He held Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's hand and bring him back to those, you see, 7 people sitting over there, Abu Jahl and Utbah say. So he had a big, you see, stick in his hand. See, he put on the head of Abu Jahl. He was saying, "You making a fun of this person?" So Abu Jahl start bleeding. Now, those the leaders, they start fighting among each other. Their voices go up. So Abu Jahl said, "Do not fight. This is what Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam wants us. If we fight among ourselves, we will become weak." My respected, the thing is, if we know the history of Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is teaching to you and me that deen has come with the sacrifices, with a lot of sacrifices to you and me. My respected brother, the Palestine is the place you and me know. That is the place of the prophets. That is the place of the Anbiya alayhi salam. Ibrahim alayhi salam migrated from Syria to over there. Lut alayhi salam was there. When the punishment came, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saved him and his family from the punishment. And we all know that, you see, Zakaria alayhi salam, he was the Imam of Al-Aqsa. And we all know that, you see, that Maryam alayhi salam born over there. Then you see Isa alayhi salam, Jesus alayhi salam, he is born over there. Yahya alayhi salam born over there. And I see on the day of the Miraj, on the night I just read the ayat of the Quran to you, all the prophets, they gathered over there. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam led, you see the salat over there. Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam when reached, all the prophets were already there waiting for Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam to come. He held the hand of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and put him to lead the salat. So it is the place when you see all and the story mentioned in the Quran about the story of the ant. You see that when Solomon is coming up with all his army, so the ant is telling to the other you see her family members, go to your you see the places of to hide yourself, otherwise the army of Solomon may kill you. Dawud salam lived there. Solomon salam is ruling the entire world from sitting over there in the Palestine. And my respected, we all know that is the place which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has honored Al-Muqaddis, you see, Bayt Al-Muqaddis. That was our first Qibla. That was our first Qibla. So Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, you see, even when he migrated to Medina for 16 months and so, they were praying in the direction of Al-Quds. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala changed the direction from Quds to the Makkah, to the Kaaba. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you see, is showing to you and me how honorable that place is. And it is said that, see, more than 5,000 Sahaba Karam has sacrificed their life. They have sacrificed their life, you see, to get it back from the Roman Empire. You see, and then you see Salahuddin Ayyubi, he conquered back. It went back to them, you see. Then you see in 27th of Rajab and 583, you see, Iswi. So he got it back from the Romans. So this is a little history. This is the place which is a very sacred place to all of us. That actually is the place of the Ummah of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. My respected brother, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is teaching to you and me that, you see, this deen He has given, it has put the success for all of us, the believers, to it. We have to believe that Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is powerful. He can do whatever He wants. He can change the situation whenever He wants. You see, my respected brother, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is showing many times that His power and Qudra, that He is watching us, that He knows what's going on us. You see, my respected brother, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is giving the history to you and me, to the believers, to strengthen our iman. And look, our leader, Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, on, you see, 1st of Shawwal and 10th of Hijrah, 10th of, you see, the year of his prophethood, he went to Taif. Because, you see, for 10 years, he'd been preaching over there in Mecca, and very handful people, you see, they took Islam. And every day, you see, the Quraysh is giving him hard time. My respected brother, I just meant to mention to you one thing. It so happened that before he went to the Taif, 3 years the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam went in such a way, and all the believers, the Sahaba Karam around him, for 3 years, the Quraysh, they have made an agreement among each other. They had total boycott. That nobody can sell any product to them, any food item to the believers, or nobody, or they cannot buy from anybody. They cannot sell anything to them, they cannot buy from anything. Anybody who brings the grain or any food items, they were the first one to buy from them. So they will raise the price so much. And also you see, if somebody secretly, sell those things, so they will take care for him, they will fight with him. So they have made the agreement and put it in the haram, inside the haram. All the leaders of the chief of the evil, the enemies, they have put over signs over there. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam himself, Abu Talib, Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's uncle, he will put Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam to sleep on one part. And the beginning of the night, so the people can see when Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is sleeping. But when the night has passed like a couple of hours, he will remove him from there. He will put somebody else to sleep on his spot, and he will move him around because they cannot have the easy night to spend. And the believers have a very tough time. It is said that the Sahaba Karam, so many times, they are eating the leaves of the trees. They are eating the leather. The leather is no water over there, no food over there. So what we are facing, what is happening to our brothers in Gaza over there, they have already gone through that. My respectable, we have to have patience. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is day after the after, one after the other, he is going through so much hardship. After going through all this, what happened? Then they see 5-6 people, they get together from their side. So they decided that this treaty should be finished. So let's go one by one. I don't have time to go into detail. So they make 6-7 people over there. Next day they come to the haram, and all the leaders of Quraysh are over there. They say, this is ridiculous that we eat and we have a good clothes and everything, and our family members and our relatives and so on. So they are living in the same place, you see. So they don't have the right to eat. They don't have the right to wear. So let's go and tear up that, you see. So they talk to Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam say, Allah Subhanahu Wa Ta'ala has told me that the ants have really, has cleaned up all the agreement. Only one word is left over there. It is a Bismika Allahumma. Only on the name of the Allah is left over there. So they say, Abu Talib say, let's go and see if Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is telling the truth or not. So they say, yes. Let's go. We can see that he is telling the truth or he's making the story himself. So the 7-8 people went together inside the Kaaba. So they see Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is truthful. All those agreements, all those names and everything, what they have written, they have been eaten by the ants. Only the name of Allah is left over there. So then, even then, you see, they didn't took the Shahada. They said, oh, he's a magician. You see. So my respected Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam went to Taif. It is said that 10th year of his prophethood, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam went over there. He saw that the tribe of Thaqif, they are rich people, and they are one. You see, the family is holding all of this area. If they took the Shahada, if they become Muslim, then inshallah ta'ala all their area will become Muslim. It is said that there are 3 brothers over there. One is the Abdullah Layl, one is Masood, and one is Habib. So their father's name is mentioned in the history is Umar bin Thaqifi. So Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam talked to them and invite them toward the Islam. So they all make fun of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. One of them say, it is impossible that you are the Prophet of Allah. If that is the case, then I will tear the cloth of the Kaaba. That means this is impossible that you will be the Prophet. Another person is saying, that his brother is saying, that Allah Subhanahu Wa Ta'ala did not find anybody else to make a prophet. Because they see Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he's born over there, he's raised over there, and they know his family, they know his family background. So because of the jealousy, and because of the thing they have the proudness in the heart, they don't believe that he is Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he's the Prophet of Allah. So you see, my respected brother, another person is saying that if you are truthful, I don't want to mess up with you, because then the anger of Allah will come on me. And if you are a liar, then why should I talk to the liar? So Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, you see, was disappointed from all of them. He stayed there for 10 days and go to different places, different areas. He said that Taif is 60 miles away from Mecca. You see, Zayd bin Harsa Raziyallahu Ta'ala is with Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And you see, they are inviting, they go any place, any person that they feel he could take the Shahada, but none of them took the Shahada. So Each one of them said the same thing, leave our town, leave our town, leave our town. You see, otherwise we will take care for you, we will kill you. The threat Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So it is said that after 10 days, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam started moving from there. And now they did not let Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam go out smoothly. All the young people around them, they collected them. See, they are beating their hands, they're throwing the pebbles and throwing the stone to Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. It said that Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam started bleeding. He's bleeding so much, and Harsa Raziallahu Ta'ala, Zayd bin Harsa, is trying to defend him as a shield. But so many stones hit his head also. He's also bleeding, but he's carrying some time Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam on his shoulder and running. Then he has to drop Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and stop the crowd. But the crowd for 3 miles, they make a fun on Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, they curse Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. They, you see, throw as hard they can throw the stone Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And you see Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam coming out 3 miles, it happened like this. Then he says, the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and the hearts of this saw one garden over there. That garden belongs to Rabi'a. That garden belongs to, you see, Umayyah. You see, so they are the Quraysh leader. They don't like Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So anyway, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam sat over there in the shade of the one of the wall over there, and you see, when the Rabi'a, he saw Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is bleeding all around, and he is so much tired, he cannot even breathe properly. So he has one of a slave, his name is Addas. He says, give him a bunch of the grapes, put in the plate, wash over there, and say, go and give it to Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam so that he can have some relief. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, when presented with this grape, he said, Bismillah. He put the hand to take one piece of the grape, you see. So Addas, he say, I never heard this word. Nobody knows about this word. They listen carefully. Ba ismi Allah. I start with the name of Allah. So he said, who is Allah? So Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam didn't reply to him. He said, what's your name? Which city you live? Where area you belong? He said, I am from Nineveh. So Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam instantly replied, oh, Nineveh is the city of my brother Yunus Ummati. Yunus. So they say, yes, O Prophet of Allah, how you know Yunus Ummati? Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam say, he was the Prophet of Allah and I am also the Prophet of Allah. So we are brother together. So he kissed Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's head and he kissed Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's feet over there. Anyway, when he went back over there, so this is Rabi'a's 2 sons. So they are watching him. They said that we have lost our slave. So when Addas came back to them, so they said, what's going on over there? Why you kiss his hand? Why you kiss his feet? So said, he is the best person on the face of the earth I have ever met it. So he is the Prophet of Allah. And you see, he said, do not lose. They're telling him to the slave, do not leave your religion because your religion is better than his religion. This is what the message they're giving. So anyway, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam left from there. He's walking towards the Makkah. Then he raised his hand to make a dua, which is called the dua al-mustada'afin. So my respected, this is a long dua. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is saying, oh Allah, you are the Rabb of all the mustada'afin. You are the Rabb, you see, who takes care for all the needs. By your shining face, all the things are happening, you see. Oh Allah, if you are not displeased with me, I don't care for them. You are the Rabb, my Rabb and their Rabb, you see. And you see all the things are happening by your knowledge and by your power and everything. So anyway, this is the long dua. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down Jibreel was salam, and the one he brought one angel who is the controller of the mountain. So he said, O Prophet of Allah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala heard what you have said and he knows what's happening over there. Now, if you will tell me, I can crush all those people between these 2 mountains and they are done. But Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is so merciful, Rahmatul Alameen. He said, no, I don't want them to be crushed. If they do not take Islam, if they do not take my message, maybe their progeny will become Islam. My respected, we all know by history that see Abu Sufyan. He is the worst enemy of the Islam in the beginning. Hinda, the worst enemy of Islam. You see, and Hinda is such a lady that at the battle of the Uhud, all those people who have been, martyred by the Sahaba Kiram, 70 of them, she, cut their ears, their nose, and their private parts. She make a big necklace out of that, and out of the proudness she's wearing and telling the people we have victory. We have victory. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's plan is, you see, He knows. وَقَدْ مَكَرُوا مَكَرَ اللَّهِ وَاللَّهُ خَيْرُ الْمَاكِرِينَ. You see, He knows what He's doing. He knows what he's doing. He has put the hadayat, you see, for these people. Abu Sufyan, we all know he took the shahada. Hinda took the shahada. And you see, Washi, he became Raziallahu ta'ala at the end, who has killed the Hamza Raziallahu ta'ala, Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's uncle. You see, Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam cried so much at the time of the martyr of the Hamza, that the history said that Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam never cried so much. And my friend, there are so many Khalid bin Walid Raziallahu ta'ala, who in the beginning is so much enemy of the Islam. It is said when Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam went for Hudaybiyah, 1400 Sahaba Karam with him, time of Zohar come, so they start, you see, where the bin laud is, where the Jamarat Parlepe start, see. So Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam station over there, so when the time of Zohar come, they start praying the Zohar. And you see, Khalid Raziallahu ta'ala, when he's watching them, and he saw them, they all prostrate. When they finished the Salat, he started crying. He said, we have missed a big opportunity. I should have killed all of them. You see, it was so easy to kill all of them. But then at the same time, he was thinking, there is some, you see, power behind him who always take care for Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Because when the time of Asr come, Allah Subhanahu Wa Ta'ala has changed the rule of the praying in the battlefield. So Allah Subhanahu Wa Ta'ala give the hadayat. Khalid bin Walid said that stuck to my heart so much that I know nobody can, you see, harm Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He has the power of Allah behind him. So on 8th of Hijri, you see, at the month of Safar, he took the Shahada. He came himself to Medina, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, to meet him. Anyway, the thing is, my respected brother, the things what we see today, you see, may Allah help us. We are so helpless. You see, what we can do for our brothers. It is said, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Imam Bukhari has mentioned in this hadith, that all the ummah together, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is telling, Numan bin Bashir is mentioning, that all the ummah together is just like a one body. If any organ of the body is in trouble, if the eye has a trouble, the entire body cannot sleep. You see, and the feet are moving towards the doctor to get the help. The hands are moving towards over there, and the entire body is at the rest. Another hadith, the same, Imam Muslim has mentioned that they're all the ummah together to meet each other, to greet each other, to have the concern for each other. They are just like ruhama bainahum. They are, you see, nice to each other. And this is what we have shown in the time of the Sahaba Karam al-Ajmain, Ibn Umar Raziallahu ta'ala mentioning that somebody slaughtered a goat. So they say that they give the one head, the goat of the head, to one of the house, thinking that this person, this family need the help. So let's give the goat head over to him. So when the goat head reached over there, that family thought that we have already eaten our meat. The next house over there, he's more deservable. They need more help for us. So let's send over there. So they have the same thing. The third house, they went over there, the goat head. The fourth, the fifth, and sixth, and the seventh house again came back to the first way have they started. Everybody feels that the other person, you see, he needs more help, and he is more deserving than me. But you see, Allah Subhanahu Wa Ta'ala is telling to you and me that, you see, Allah's help will come, you see, when we unite together. My respected brother, Allah Subhanahu Wa Ta'ala has asked us one question and giving us the command, وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. So my respected, today we can see Allah Subhanahu Wa Ta'ala is saying that hold the hope of Allah, and the rope of Allah is the Quran. If we hold the Quran in our hand and follow the instruction of the Quran, we will see Allah's help will be there. You see, Allah's help is always with the believer. All we have to do is we have to show our patience, and we should not divide ourselves. My respected brother, today we can see we are not ummah together. We are divided. And because of this, our division, our enemies, you see, taking advantage out of us. My respected, we can see that today, if we have a ummah, just like it used to be, we don't have any Amir al-Mu'minin. We don't get along with each other. The people, you see, in the houses, we can say the trouble is going on in each house. The parents are not happy with the kids, and the kids are not happy with the parents. And you see, every other relative is not happy with each other. If we cannot live as a family together, how can we unite the entire ummah together? So, my respected brother, it is said that this is the time we should unite. Allah Subhanahu Wa Ta'ala is saying, وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. If we need Allah's help, we have to do our part. We have to do our part. Today we can make a dua for our Palestinian brother. Today we can make the brothers, you see, in Gaza, they are suffering through it. My respect, our hands are tight, but still our hearts are with them. You see, what we can do, we can take, you see, this opportunity and beg to Allah Subhanahu Wa Ta'ala, repent to Allah Subhanahu Wa Ta'ala. I want to say one thing, you see, just give me 2 minutes. Allah Subhanahu Wa Ta'ala mentioned to you and me the story of, you see, Ashab-e Khudud. So read the surah of Surah Al-Buruj, was-samai zat al-buruj, wal-yawm al-ma'ud. You see Allah SWT mentioned, here Allah SWT is saying, وَمَا نَكَمُوا مِنْهُمْ إِلَّا أَن يُؤْمِنُوا بِاللَّهِ الْعَزِيزِ الْحَمِيدِ. What is their fault? Because they are Muslim, they are taking Shahada, they believe in Allah, so that's why everybody is against them. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling, again, you see, I wish I can tell you the whole story of that, but my time is almost over. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ فَتَنُوا الْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتَ ثُمَّ لَمْ يَتُوبُوا وَلَهُمْ عَذَابُ جَهَنَّمْ وَلَهُمْ عَذَابُ الْحَرِيقِ. So my respected, it is said that at the place of the Yemen, there was one king, his name is Yusuf Zu Nawas. The people at that time, you see, some of the people believe in the Christianity, they follow Jesus. A majority of them, they do not believe in him. So he is talking to the people to become Christian. So there is a one magician, he's almost dying. He come to the king, that you see, give me somebody I can teach my, you see, knowledge to somebody. He sent one person, his name is Abdullah bin Tamir, mentioned in the hadith. So the Imam Muslim has mentioned the whole story. So he's saying that this young person, when you go to get the lesson from him, he will always meet one rahab of one priest over there. He's teaching the Christianity, and then see he always start with rahab, get the knowledge of what Isa used to teach to the people. That bring him the iman. He bring him the iman. He actually he become the Muslim. But when he reached to the magician, he was always late. He will beat him. When he come back from that magician, he will always stop at the priest before he go home. When he reaching the home late, they always, you see, beat him. Anyway, this keep on going in. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give him the power of iman. Now he becomes such a famous person that any sick person come to him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give him the shifa. He say, bring the shahada, bring in one Rabb, bring in one Allah, then I will make a dua, you will be cured. So many people, you see, they become cured like this, cured like this. So when the king came to know, so he said, we should finish this person. He tried so many times, you see, to kill that person. He was not able to kill. So then the Abdullah bin Tamir, you see, he said, if you want to kill me, then I advise you one thing. Collect all the people in your kingdom on one big place over there. And you see, you take one of the arrow from my arrows, and you see, tie me up over one of the tree over there, and say, Bismillah Rabbi Allah. So then throw arrow on me, that arrow will kill me. So the people came to know. So that actually what happened. We say Bismillah Rabbi Allah. So the arrow man hit him on his ear over there. He was killed over there, bleeding over there. But all the people, they say this is the true religion of Islam, because the king was unable to kill. You see, this person, he recommended himself to say Allah's name over there, and because of that he is killed. My respected brother, all those people, gathered thousands of thousands, they took the Shahada, they become Muslim. But in the meanwhile, the king has made the trenches of the fire. You see, whosoever disbelieve in him, he will throw him in the fire. He will throw him in the fire. It is said that 12,000 people were fired like this. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, before they touch the fire, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take their soul before they touch. So eventually what happened? I just want to mention one thing and I finish. That you see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down the very, you see, wind over there. The wind came out of the trenches, and all those people who are watching. Today we watch the news. You see, some people feel very happy that what's going on. This Muslim and these, you see, people who are helpless. You see, they are dying and this and that. So they greet each other that we are winning something. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ فَتَنُوا